Hi guys, it's me, Karen. We've come back for part 2 of this picture. And this is from Jeff Haynie. I left a, or I'm going to leave, but in part 1 I left a Facebook page for his picture. So you go into his Facebook group and you can pick up the picture. So we did the red. Well, we've done everything you see here right now. Put it that way. So today we're going to be doing some green in his hat, probably the fish, maybe somebody else's eyes, the pink for the noses. I kind of like them with pink noses, so it depends on whether the cat is going to be a black cat or whatever, but I think I've only got, this little guy doesn't have a nose. He has a nose, and that one has a nose. Everybody else's noses are hiding. So all I did was take the medium flesh and went in around the nose here, and then added a little bit down here on their lip. They have a little lip on them, so you can even pretend it's a tongue nipping out if you want. But that's all I did on those. The green is going to be for the hat. It reminds me of a Christmas tree, so I'm going to leave the band kind of white and just the top of the hat green. So I pulled out 3 greens, dark, medium, and a light. We'll get them turned around here so you can see them. And the light is the cadmium yellow lemon that I used in this little guy's eyes, along with the hooker's green, which I also used in his eyes. And I brought out deep cobalt green for the darkest color in the shading in the hat. So I want 3 points of green here. That just brings your eye around the page. So we're going to do hat in green and the fish in a green with kind of a brown color here, because we're going to bring brown up here for the antlers, for the teddy bear, a little brown here, and probably one of these little kitty cats down here is going to be brown. Who knows? So we're going to go ahead and start with the green and do a little bit work on the hat up here. So we're going to start with the darkest color, which is the deep cobalt green. And I'm just going to go in this area and color that in the green, the darkest green. And we have a bit of it up here. Sorry, there seems to be Christmas lights going up here, so I don't want to hit a light. Just making sure. If there's a light there, I don't want to color over it. And I know there's a little bobble there. And then we're going to bring it down kind of on the darker shade of the hat. We're going to just use the pencil lightly doing that and shadowing it. There we go. And we'll need to shadow a little bit down in here where the hat rim might fluff up on there. And then just very lightly bring some of that color up. There we go. Now we're going to bring in the second color, which is the hooker's green. Go over the same areas. Bring that up a little bit. And then we'll bring in the Cadmium Yellow Lemon. I am going over those Christmas lights, so I will have to erase them when we put the lights on there. Back to the Hooker's Green. We're using a nice light coat here. And just like the Santa's hat, it's a lot of coats of the same colors. Change your direction a little. I'm going to darken around the ornaments here. Let's get a very festive little hat. Change your direction again. And then go back in with the darkest color, the deep Cobalt Green. We're going to turn the paper a little bit, get a shadow under here. Make sure that shadow stands out here. Close enough to the ear. If you want, you can go over the zigzagging in here. Okay, we'll go back over it with the yellow. Put a little more pressure on it this time. Knock down that tooth a bit. Okay. Bring in a little light white from the Prisma section. Okay. We can go over, I'm going to get you down so I can get a little closer. Boom. How's that for you? Okay, we're going to try to get this just a little lighter here. I don't want it white, but I do want you to be able to see it. And then we have those lights. So we have to erase. There's the string, the light there, Light up there, light down here. So we have our little string of lights. And we're going to take a black and we're going to sharpen this quite a bit. And we got a nice point, and then I'm going to draw those lines in a little better. Okay. Light. Light. Then it comes down here to a light. We have a light here, here, string that goes up here, one that goes over here, and if you want another light, just add one. It's not that hard to do. He's made them simple enough to do that. And I think I'll have them come around here. So I'll add a light here. Come down in here. Add a light on this side. Come down like that. And we'll add one here. And one on this side. I think that looks cute. So we'll have to color those in. First off, this one, we'll lighten that up. That one, that one. Try to get them light enough to put some color in them. Okay, lights. We're going to write red here. Put a red one there. A red one there. Put this one in as red, and that one. Okay, then we'll bring in, that bright yellow green. Put one there, put one there. Then we'll bring in a blue. We have phthalo blue, so we can add a blue one here, blue one here, blue one there. Let's see, maybe this one should be red, so we'll erase that and throw some of that red in there. There we go. So we have some, we got another one there. Make it blue. Okay, red. They're all colored. The wire that we have, we're just going to shadow that in. Then we're going to take this black and darken up this side of the hat a little bit. Again, go over these. There we go. Put a little more yellow on this side. I'm going to put a little of that in the ornaments and the little star up there. Okay, ornaments. We can throw in some reds, blues, whatever. So I'm going to leave them alone until I figure out what color I need to bring up that way. I did find a working Posca pen, so I can do some highlighting here. And we're going to do that on the candy cane before we get too far. We're going to add in a shine here. We're going to add that in the candy cane that's down here also. Okay. And we're working on this hat, so we can add a little bit in there. And in the pom-pom over here, this will just have the pom-pom pieces, you know, the fluff that comes with that. I have to do the background, so I want to be able to do that before I do too much fluffing, but the inside of that hat will look like that. All right, we're going to do the little reindeer antlers. So I have brown ochre, light yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. So the burnt umber is going to be put on the darkest spots of the antlers. We have a little fish hanging here. And we're going to do the headband. We're going to bring in the burnt sienna. Just go over that. Brown ochre. And last color is the light yellow ochre. Then we're going to bring in a little cream. Bring back in the darkest color, the burnt umber. Just darken these areas. Got our little antlers done. If you like to lighten any areas up, you can just bring in the Prisma white. There we go. Okay, other brown is going to be the teddy bear. So, what I'm going to do first here is bring in ivory. And we're going to lay down a bit of that in the lightest spots. Okay. This is interesting. We would either have another arm coming out this way, which I can put in and make this like a round tummy, or he's just missing an arm. I think I'm going to give him an arm. So I need a pencil. Bum, 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 bum. I thought I had a pencil in here, so I'm looking. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. So this comes down. So we'll be about right here. Down a little bit, and then it goes out, starts to round about there. We'll go to the hat, and then we have our little paw piece. That'll be about right. We're going to make this a round tummy, like bears have a round belly type things, and this will be the shadow that comes up here. Okay. Kind of get that gray effect going like that. There we go. Now I have to put that in with some black ink. It's going to go behind the hat, so you're not going to see all of that. Behind his ear here. A little there. And of course his tummy. Okay, that works for me to color. Okay, so see how much of that we can get out, because we want to color this in the same color that we colored the other side. Okay, and then we're going to put some of this in his tum-tum and make the tummy the same color as his little snout here. So two-toned. So we're going to do his fluff up here a little darker. So we're going in with the burnt sienna. And he's a fuzzy bear. So we're going to do little strokes. Now he's not a real bear, so he's kind of like a stuffed animal. So he would have a stitch line. So we're going to add that in. And I'm going to take my pencil and do that. So the stitch line would probably be right about here and right about here. So those are going to be darker, since I'm going to make him a toy. There we go. Just adding those in. So when I go up here, I can darken it there. And we're just going to fluff them up. And just go over it and over it until you get a whole bunch of tiny little lines in here. It's real exciting to watch, huh? We're going to bring in more colors here too, not just one. So we're going to bring in the dark. This is the burnt umber. What was the other one I was using? Was the burnt sienna. Up that line. I have to sharpen these. I need a sharper point on them. And I may want to get a rougher board there. I'm not sure. The pad behind here is pretty soft. Sorry, my watch.
It's 12.
Oh, quiet watch. Sorry about that. I was trying to get rid of that timer on there. That's going to tell me what time it is. Yep, it's going to do it again. Sorry. This side is a little more, oh, a little more darker. It's darker than the other side, and it's got a lot of gray in it, so we can just kind of lightly go over it with the pencil. Go around the eyes because they're inset. And we're not really taking away our lines here. They're still there. Okay, I'll then go back in with some more little lines. Darken under here first and then add in the lines. Just to lay a little darkness down in here too. If you don't want to add fluff into your teddy bear, you don't have to. I just thought it would be fun. Okay. Another color. Using the same colors that we used in the reindeer antlers. So this one is the brown ochre. Just getting that colored in. There we go. Okay. I'm going to bring back in the cream. Make sure we get that tummy, the pads, and inside his ears here, his nose. There we go. And then we're going to just bring in the brown ochre as a shadow. And we could put a stitch mark down his tummy too if we want. This would be made with the same kind of fluffy material as the fur of the teddy bear, but we're just going to soften it up. And there we go. Add just a little bit more fluff over here. Then we're going to do his eyes. Okay, this is a glaze black Sakura pen, and it will make his eyes stand out. And we're going to make them button eyes. So big and round. I'll put a dot in them in a bit. Just make sure they're round. Not that good at round. And then we're going to put a little on his nose. Because he is a toy. And that should stand out a little more. And those will dry kind of raised. I'm going to take a little bit of, medium flash and put that in his ear. Just gently. Tiny bit in this cheek area. You won't really see it, but you'll see it a little bit. Love that cream. Blend this a little bit better. Want a hint of it. Doesn't need to be bright there. There we go. Then we'll put a little Posca in his eyes. And on his nose. And he's done. Cute. All right, we're going to lift it up a little bit. I think about there is okay. So we have brown here, and I'm going to have to bring brown down somewhere else. We are going to put it on the fish's mouth here. So it's with the burnt umber first, and just go around the edges. Then I'm going to go in with the brown ochre. The yellow ochre. And then we're just going to touch this part too. There we go. And maybe his fins. So we'll just add those three colors here too. There we go. I know he looks kind of funny, but he'll be colored, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So we have the brown, and we should bring a brown down here somewhere. I guess we'll do the trim here in the browns. So we're going to start in the corner with the burnt sienna. Trying to figure out what that is, if that's a fish over here. Okay, then we will bring in the burnt ochre. Okay, it's only 2 of those. And now the light yellow ochre. Get into the details, you find all the little tiny things that are here. So that'll just be kind of a brown, kind of leathery look. Hopefully I was in camera for that. If I wasn't, I am so sorry. I thought I moved it up high enough. Then we'll take our darkest brown, which is the burnt umber, and just accent these pieces a little more. We're going to put one of those triangle things over here. And we're going to pretend it's underneath his paw over there. Just so it matches going around. There we go. I think there would probably be one on that side, right about there. I'll put one in. Or just a hint of one. All right, that gives us enough brown everywhere. Okay, our little mouse here has got a sleeve of red, so we're going to stick that on him. His other hand you cannot see. And this little guy up here, he's got red arms, and he's got one here, and I don't know where the other one is. So we can draw him a little arm coming out here to go to his hand. Darken those lines up so you can see them, and add a little bit the Prisma white just to shadow or highlight those areas. There we go. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to darken up my little stitch lines here and put some actual stitch lines in there. Kind of blend that with the brown. I'm going to darken like right around his snout area too. That bothering me just a little bit. Okay. Just walking away, sometimes you come back and go, oh, it could be just a little different here and there. Like his ears, do they really need to be that light at the top? You can darken those up a little bit. This area here bothers me. Anyway, okay, we got the hat. I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. The hat done, the bear done, the antlers done, the fish sort of done, so we might as well finish the fish. We were going to make him green. I might throw some blue in it too. So we have the blue that I used in his eyes along with some green here. these colors. I will tell you when I'm using them. So we're going to start with a deep cobalt green, and we're going to put that on here. Oh, he's got a little fluffy color here. Now the fish does come down into this area, so we're going to put that color down in here too. Just going where the shadows are. So that's our green. We're going to go in with a little bit of cobalt blue-greenish. Just add a little blue in there. Now we're going to go in with some of the hooker's green. Then we're going to bring in the cadmium yellow lemon. Just a touch in there. Go back in, or not go back in, we're going to go in with the phthalo blue here. I'm just using it lightly, giving our fish some personality here. Turn the paper, go a different direction. Make sure we get that line where we're not going into the red. Okay, then we go back in with our darkest green. I'm staying in focus, I hope. Going back over our lines that we had here. Now the cobalt blue-greenish. Back in with the lemon color. Then we're going to go in here around his eye. Throw some of that up in his fin too. All right. Black in his eye. Going over those little scallops that are down there just to give him a little more definition. Then we're going to take a little of the black and we're just going to darken it up in here. This is behind the hat and should be darker. Go over the black with the green. And then if you want, you can take a little more of the white and highlight the red that is in front of that dark green. You can make it as dark as you want. We're going to be coloring his ear and adding fluff up there anyway, but now the fish is in the background. So we have that fishy done. Teddy bear done. Trying to think of what else I can do that won't take a long time, but I think that'll be it for part 2, and we will have to work on this probably in 4 parts. Sorry about that. It's just the way it's going. So I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you in the next part. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye now.